Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Let's see the stat sheet here for R.J. Barrett.
And he's a little less of a go-to guy for their offense now, at least compared to earlier on in the season. You can see his usage percentage is slumping over the last 5 games. Hopefully he can be more involved tonight.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Toronto, Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3. All right, Richard, we're right here in the middle of the season. What's the mindset at this point?
Well, there's still a lot of games to be played. So this portion of the year is all about staying focused and engaged, as well as getting your body ready for the most important stretch of the season.
Now here's Holiday. And here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Three-pointer, no good. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Quickly. Outside Barnes. Outside Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Holiday. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Barrett.
Moving so well for his size. Jakob is fantastic in that two-man action.
Here's Tatum. It's stolen by Barnes. Quickly against Brown. We played just over a minute here in the first. Barrett can't hit. Here's Tatum. Off target at the rim. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time, too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. So it's Boston now. Following the bucket by the Raptors. Pass to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Pirtle. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. It's Barnes on the wing. Pirtle with a screen on Holiday. Here's Quickly. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. For Boston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And Holiday powers it home.
Take that, Holiday with the hammer.
On offense, here come the Raptors. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Jrue Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Jrue, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
The shot by Pirtle, no good.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And they take the lead.
Porzingis creates so much space when he's out there. It allows him to make passes just like that.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
And as we head deeper into January, let's glance over the power rankings and see where we're at. Taking a look at Orlando. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're sitting in a good position now with the top spot in reach, but it's been a very uneven season for them overall with plenty of challenges.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Barnes, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Tatum.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
Toronto shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And he sinks the second. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Outside Holiday, outside Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Barrett. Pass to Ingram. White against Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Pirtle with a screen on White. The Raptors need to get off a shot. The shot by Pirtle, no good. Celtics lead by 4. Right side, Holiday.
Such a smart leader. I like seeing Holiday force the defense into fouling him.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Holiday. And the 2024 NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. RJ capturing banner number 18.
Yeah, the most titles in NBA history, breaking that tie that they had with the Lakers. And trust me, that one stings a little bit for them. Somehow they're going to have to make room for another one of those banners up in the rafters.
Holiday hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Quickly against Holiday. Barnes with a screen on White. Left side Barrett. Shoots over White. Barrett can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Quickly from outside. Second chance effort. And it's laid up and in by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his second basket.
There is value in traditional fives like Pirtle. They can grab glass and they can get you bonus points.
White against Barrett. Outside Tatum. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Raptors trail by 4. Outside Barrett. Here's quickly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Boston with the ball. White looking it over. Porzingis with a screen on Barrett. Here's White. And he can't get that one. Some solid defense from Barrett. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
But what a gutsy win. To struggle in the offensive end that much and still win the game, that says something about the character of the team. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Toronto's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Raptors making a switch here. Dick's checked in. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Celtics, third.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Pass to Pirtle. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his fourth rebound in this one. Outside Tatum. Fires for three. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Barnes with it. Defended by Brown. Now here's Quickly. 6 to shoot. Pirtle with a screen on Holiday. Quickly from outside. Porzingis grabs the board.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
White, the pass to Holiday. Now here's Brown. Guarded by Dick. And Brown with the stuff.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Raptors trail by 6. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barnes. Outside Dick. To the wing, right side. Outside Barnes. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Brown. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram. Quickly, passes to Barnes. And here's Pirtle. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Pirtle's got 6.
Nice bucket. Jakob with good size, and he knows how to use it.
Boston leading by 4. Holiday taking his time here. Pass to White. Back to Holiday. Here's Brown. Here's the 3. Counted from distance. 9 points in the game.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
The Raptors shooting 33% in the first quarter. Quickly, outside. Back to Ingram. Quickly, outside. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
White, the pass to Holiday. Back to White. And placed out. So whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You've got to focus on the details.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Here's Shed, averaging around 6 a game. Screen by Robinson. Here's Dick. From outside, off the mark.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless wonder. He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Kicks it out to Barnes. The 3. Brown with some nice D. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Walter, good.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
Here's Pritchard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Brown can't hit. Here's Shed. To the paint. Shots blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. And there's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Dick with it. Tatum's there. It's Barrett on the wing. Shot clock at 3. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Pritchard, the pass to Horford. That three's off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Robinson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Golden State.
And he was a monster on the glass. Really helped them control that part of the game.
Now here's Boucher. 6-point game.
And the defense has been stifling early on.
Nice D from Horford. Here's Pritchard. No points so far. Tatum from long range. Sinks it from distance. And the Celtics lead by 9.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Dick. Here's Boucher. The three is up. And it's Cornette with a rebound. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Now here's Tatum. Defense is right there. Out left to the wing. Here's Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
Raptors trail by 12. We've got Grady Dick. He's out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Barrett in a two-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. The steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Tries again. And it's laid in by Horford.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Boucher outside. Back to Barrett. And the shot's good. Barrett's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Celtics lead by 12. Outside Tatum. Pass to Horford. Back to Tatum. To the inside. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Got a piece of it. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. Yep, that one goes. And the Celtics lead by 14.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Shed. No points yet. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
The 2K leaderboard shining a light on the league's best three-point shooting teams of late. Fourth, the Celtics.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Dick with it. Tatum's there. Outside Robinson. Screen by Robinson. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Screen by Horford. Tatum passes to Horford. Toronto grabs the miss.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there are some times that you miss.
Pass to Dick from behind the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Tatum. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Tatum's got 5 points.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Now here's Boucher. No points so far. Pass to Shed. 5 to shoot. Back to Boucher. 3-pointer. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in the game. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. 3-pointer. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
He's been off. Still, they're off, so not all is lost.
Here's Barrett. Leaps for it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Friday, they go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Some changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in for Robinson, and it's Walter in for Barrett. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Hauser. Celtics lead by 11. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Horford passes to Pritchard. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up. 6 points for him.
A fantastic passing big. Horford makes great decisions with the ball.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Shed. Just 5 to shoot. Boucher a screen on Holiday. Here's Shed. And the Raptors miss again.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Horford outside. Here's Pritchard. He has 6. It's rebounded by Dick. Here's Shed. Pass to Boucher. And stolen by Holiday. This one for 3. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. Raptors trail by 14. To snap the cold streak. Here's Abaji. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Agbaji's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. And he lobs it up. Knocked away. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with a triple.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Celtics lead by 8. Now Holiday. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Raptors trail by 8. And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Walter. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Abaji. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. Now here's Brown. He's got 9. Outside Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Walter, defended by Brown. Pass to Poeltl. Here's Shed. Now Grady Dick. He's covered by Holiday. Poeltl with a screen on Holiday. Takes the 3. Dick with a miss. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. They've led by as many as 14. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Here's Walter. Poeltl finds Ingram. Picked by Poeltl. To the middle. And the dunk by Poeltl.
It seems like Jakob is always ready to attack the rim. He found a nice opening that time.
Tatum with it. A 29-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Pass to Brown. Outside White. There's the three. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. White's got his second bucket on the night.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Now Grady Dick. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Here's Quickly. He picked up 15 in their last win against Golden State.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
Now here's Quickly. 3 on the clock. Over Holiday. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Holiday against Quickly. Outside, Brown. The kick out to White. Inside, here's Porzingis. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7-foot wing that really spaces the floor.
First free throw is good.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Hurdle with a screen on Holiday. And here's Ingram from the arc. Nails it from 3.
Developing a more compact motion on his shot has improved Ingram's consistency from range.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Manuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
That's you on defense there. You can't give Brown this much room for takeoff or it's going to be a problem.
Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Barnes goes in. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Ingram, defended by Brown. Back to Pirtle. For 3, Barrett. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 11.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Outside White. Outside Brown. Launches it. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by White. Picked by Pirtle. The open shot, Barnes. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
You can tell Barnes is eager to score. I mean, he wants to make an offensive impact.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. Taking a look at Boston, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course, there's the Raptors, far behind in the standings. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Barnes with a screen on Brown. Pass to Barrett. Driving in. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Big time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
Raptors trail by 12. Quickly with a screen on Porzingis. The three from Barnes. The rebound, Celtics.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Holiday against Pirtle. Here's Brown. The shot comes out. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
What's up?
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
The Celtics making a switch here. Fournette's checked in. The lead now cut to single digits. Pirtle's got 12 points in the game.
Good move by Pirtle. Sees the lane, does not hesitate.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Brown. 14 points for him. Pass to Porzingis. Over Barrett. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 10.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Ingram on the wing. Here's Barnes. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Boston. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Jason, you hold the lead going into halftime. What's been your advantage so far?
For most of the half, we were really good defensively. We let our foot off the gas a little bit, so we got to do a better job.
Keep the pedal to the metal, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Greetings, folks. We're at the half, and Porzingis has been going off in this one.
His selections is touch phenomenal. It's the kind of shooting night some people dream about, except for me. He's doing it in real life. You know what I mean, Ernie?
Yeah, I do. Efficient, effective, and making it look effortless.
Effortless.
Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
Well, at the start of the voting, the leaders are the guys that everyone already knows. As you go along, usually new guys into the mix.
Every year it's a compelling story. Those guys who weren't expected to make an all-star impact doing just that. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 11. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
And here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Ingram. To the middle. Tries the 9-footer. Porzingis misses.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, the defense was waiting on him that time.
Here's Barnes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Tatum.
I like watching Barnes challenge defenses like this, earning these calls in the process.
First one falls. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Both free throws good from Barnes. Celtics lead by 7. Now Holiday. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Holiday's got his second basket on the night.
This is what Holiday wants. A high percentage look at the hoop.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which two guards have been making their presence felt on the glass with their rebounding. R.J. Barrett is second.
And it's not easy to be a great rebounder as a 2 guard. You've got so many duties to take care of on the floor, and these fellas, they do their jobs and then some.
And the energy they show on the glass is outstanding. They work so hard in that paint.
Now here's Barrett. Shoots over White. Holiday grabs the miss.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to White. Tipped away. Here's Quickly. The shot no good. Good work defensively by White. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Outside Ingram. Back to Quickly. Outside Ingram. Quickly with a screen on Brown. Here's Ingram. Boston pulls it in.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Holiday finds Brown. He takes it in. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Pirtle's got 16 points now.
Yeah, Jakob is on a roll offensively. The defense needs to double their efforts to slow down this big man. Might want to send a double.
For Boston, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Quickly against Holiday. Outside, Brown. The open shot, White. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Ingram with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Ingram, the pass to Quickly. Ingram against Brown. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. And down it goes. 2 points. 5 points in the game.
The versatile nature of Ingram's shooting can be tough to counter. Even the mid-range is a good option for him.
Tatum against Barnes. And here's Brown for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Pirtle. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Holiday finds Tatum. Now here's White. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Uses the glass on the layup.
We have seen Jakob's role on offense grow over the years. He is a high percentage shooter from inside.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They're leading by 8. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple. Holiday's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Barrett. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Outside Ingram. Launches it from deep. Here's Pirtle. Good D by Porzingis. Celtics lead by 11. Here's White. He's got 5. Porzingis with a screen on Barnes. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Barnes, no good. Boston has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. White finds Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Here's Barrett. Following the bucket by Boston. Outside Ingram. Back to Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Tatum. Here's Pirtle. To end the run. And the layup is up and in. Pirtle's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Porzingis with a screen on Barnes. Fires top of the key. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pirtle with a screen on Brown. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Again, the miss by Barnes.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Ingram against Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. White, the pass to Brown. Right side, Porzingis. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kristaps Porzingis.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Horford, he's checked in for White. Here's Shed. He's covered by Holiday. Outside Dick. Uncovered. Jump shot is good that time. Dick's got 8.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Walter. Hounded by Tatum. Here's Shed. From the arc. And Porzingis with the block. Left side Barnes. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Shutout from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Outside Holiday. Elbow shot. And that one comes up a bit short.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And there's the drive. And it's Shed missing. Boston leading by 9. Holiday with the ball. He's picked up by Pirtle. It's picked off. Here comes Toronto on the push. 13 feet out. Boston pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds now. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Porzingis for 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul of the game. Robinson, he's checked in for Toronto. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Jason Tatum. Here's Shed. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Dick. Screen by Robinson. 5 on the clock. Back to Dick. Puts up a 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown finds Horford. Here's Cornette. Robinson defending. Cornette passes to Brown. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Walter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. Boston in 2nd.
They've dialed up the defense in a big way. You've got to get creative if you're going to find ways to score against them these days.
First one falls for him. Hauser, he's checked in for Holiday. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Pritchard. Left side, Brown. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. I mean, it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jalen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
Here's Shed. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Dick. And the Raptors miss again.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Boucher's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Toronto on D. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Horford for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Horford's got 5.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Horford with a steal. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Hauser. And here's Brown, guarded by Dick. From deep three-point land. Pritchard, no good. Raptors trail by 16. For 3, Robinson. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Boucher.
So hard to guard him without fouling sometimes. Brown doesn't mind getting a little contact on his way up.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Here's Shed. Yet to see a basket. Boucher, left side. Pass to Shed. 4-3. Drills it from deep. Shed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Outside, Brown. Shoots over Walter. Brown, that's good. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston, totaling 26 points and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. Back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Boston leading by 16. Walter out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Dick, and it's Shed in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Pritchard. Horford, right side.
Oh, that's just a crafty attack by Horford, taking his motion into the inside.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Celtics.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off their arc tonight.
Here's Walter. Pass to Shed. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And he knocks down the first one.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Tatum with it. To the inside. Robinson with a steal. Here comes Toronto on the push. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Still a tremendous player. Al Horford using that experience.
Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by Robinson. Raptors trail by 15. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Shed. A little mid-range shot is up. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Horford. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And a miss there on the triple.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space. If they want to come away with a victory, they just need to keep knocking down those free throws.
Raptors trail by 12. Pass to Pritchard. The three ball. Rebound Toronto. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Boston. Celtics lead by 12. Pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Tatum inside. Rebound Toronto. Left side Dick. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. The Raptors making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
And Allie, thanks.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Pass to Dick. Boucher on the screen. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Holiday. Here's Cornette. Left side, Holiday. Clock at 4. Pass to Tatum. And it falls all over the rim and in. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Outside Dick. Here's Walter. The 3. Horford pulls it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now here's Holiday. Tightly guarded. Pass to Tatum. That shot missing. Oh, good D by Boucher. Raptors trail by 14. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Outside Holiday. Tatum with it. Ooh, ripped away. Here's Dick. And there it is for him. Dick's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 6th assist of the night.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Here's Shed. He's covered by Holiday. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis comes in for Cornette. And it's Brown in for Horford. And he makes both free throws. Boston with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Tatum. Rebound Toronto. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Rejected by Brown. Holiday passes to Tatum. Porzingis up top over Ingram. Porzingis misses. They've got a chance here to cut the deficit to within 10. Here's Barnes, and the deficit down inside single digits.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Boston leading by 9. Porzingis with a screen on Barnes. Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too.
Toronto making a switch here. Quickly's checked in. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle, and stolen by Porzingis. Holiday against Quickly. Takes a 3. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Quickly passes to Ingram. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Pritchard from downtown. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Down by 12. Down low. It's stolen by Tatum. It's a one-on-one situation. Stolen by Quickly. Tries to break his ice. Nice D from Tatum. Celtics lead by 12. Stolen by Quickly. To the paint.
Wow. R.J. Barrett can fly. Incredible athletic ability.
Boston's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Holiday finds Tatum. Outside Holiday. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
And Boston with some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Quickly against Holiday. Pass to White. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And you look at Derek White, Richard. The energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Quickly against Holiday. Outside Barnes for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 16th rebound on the night. Holiday against Quickly. To the middle. Here's Horford. Misses the baby hook. Raptors trail by 11. Quickly outside. The shot won't fall. Great D that time from Porzingis.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Brown. The Raptors have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Outside Barrett. Barrett a screen on Brown. Good chance here for Ingram. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Here's Holiday. Horford outside. Back to Holiday. Inside. Here's White. And it's Toronto with a rebound. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Now here's Holiday. Horford outside. Pass to Porzingis. Lots of room. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Ingram with the ball. Now Horford defending. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Brown against Ingram. Outside Porzingis. And the three off target. The free throw drops for Quickly. Raptors trail by 10. Outside Ingram. Shoots over Brown. And again, Toronto, no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Brown. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Holiday has the open look. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game. Not a lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. All right, let's get an update on Jason Tatum from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Celtics was able to update me on the situation. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And for a team with eyes on a championship, this injury could have serious implications. We will see how it affects them.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Raptors trail by 12. Now here's Ingram. Quickly outside. Back to Ingram. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Porzingis with a screen on Barnes. Here's Brown. White for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Celtics.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year. And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Kristaps Porzingis.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
A nice shot by Brown.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Now here's Brown. Pass to White. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Tatum. Hits a three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 16.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Drew, this team is winning games. What's coming together for this group right now?
Honestly, I think it's the feel. I think it's the comfortability with each other. I think it's the chemistry on the court. And from there, as chemistry builds, you build confidence. And, man, it's fun to play,
I do. I hope it continues to build. It's been fun to watch. Thanks, Drew.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game. Kristaps Porzingis.